The galaxy had always been a quiet place for the human race. On Earth, people went about their lives, unaware of the vast civilizations scattered across the stars. But deep in space, the Galactic Council watched carefully. They had learned of humans and their hidden advancements, and there was concern. Most species were nervous about what Earth could produce. They whispered about warships and fleets, about technology far beyond what they had ever seen. On the bridge of the human command ship, Captain Daehyun looked at the holographic displays. The stars stretched endlessly before them, each point of light hiding worlds unknown. Beside him, Lieutenant Mi-sun studied reports on alien movements. The humans had prepared for years in secret. Their fleet, though smaller than many alien forces, was strong and smart. Each warship had been designed to outmaneuver enemies, with weapons capable of striking quickly and precisely. "Captain," Mi-sun said, pointing at the screen, "the Council is sending scouts near the outer planets. They are cautious, but they are watching us." Daehyun nodded. "Let them watch. They will learn soon enough that humans are not to be underestimated. Prepare the fleet for full readiness. I want everyone at their stations." Far away, in a massive council chamber, alien leaders argued among themselves. Many species believed humans were a threat that could not be ignored. Some wanted to attack immediately. Others argued that Earth should be left alone. But fear was stronger than reason. Every species feared what humans might do if they continued to grow unchecked. The council was tense, their discussions long and heated. Back on Earth, engineers worked tirelessly. They upgraded engines, reinforced shields, and programmed advanced AI into every warship. Each crew member underwent intense training. Every drill was precise, every strategy tested repeatedly. Humans had learned that numbers were not everything. Speed, cunning, and bravery mattered just as much, and they planned to use all of them. On the training deck, Captain Daehyun watched young officers practice maneuvers. One of them, Juneseo, a skilled pilot, navigated a small attack ship through a complex course. Mi-sun gave careful instructions, correcting angles and speed. The simulation showed that humans could outsmart larger fleets if they worked together and stayed disciplined. The human crews began to understand the true power of their fleet. It was not only machines. It was their intelligence, their courage, and their willingness to fight when all odds seemed against them. Meanwhile, the aliens made moves to prepare for the coming conflict. Warships were built in haste, fleets were assembled, and plans were drawn. But the humans had already anticipated much of this. Their spies, small scouts, and information networks had observed every preparation. Every alien tactic had been studied and countered before it could be executed. Captain Daehyun held a meeting with his top officers in the strategy room. The walls glowed with maps of nearby systems and alien positions. Mi-sun stood at the side, her face focused. "We cannot let them surprise us," Daehyun said. "They may believe their numbers will overwhelm us. But humans have something they do not understand. Our fleet is precise, fast, and adaptive. Each ship can act alone or together. Each crew member knows their role perfectly. We fight smart. We fight as one." An officer named Hygiene spoke up. "What if they attack first?" Daehyun looked at her. "Then we will meet them. We will show them that the humans of Earth are not afraid. The fleet will stand, even if we are alone." The humans continued their preparations. Every day brought new improvements, new simulations, and new drills. On Earth, civilians began to sense the changes. Technology advanced rapidly. Ships were launched into orbit, moving silently among the stars. Rumors spread quietly, yet purposefully, about humans preparing for something big. And the Council noticed. The alien species began to worry, seeing humans ready and disciplined, a force unlike any they had known. In the quiet of space, small scout ships patrolled. One ship, piloted by a young woman named Soo-yun, moved cautiously through an asteroid field. She sent back reports of alien movements, showing the fleet where attention was needed most. Her skills were precise, and she maneuvered through dangerous territory without hesitation. The humans trusted their scouts to keep them informed. Every piece of information counted. Back on the main command ship, Captain Dae-hyun walked along the corridors, greeting crew members. Their faces showed determination and pride. Every human knew what was at stake. They were alone, but they were ready. Earth had given them the responsibility to protect themselves and to stand against any threat in the galaxy. No one else would fight for them if war came. The alien council remained divided. Some species suggested retreating to their outer systems, avoiding confrontation with humans. Others wanted to strike preemptively, believing the humans were vulnerable. But the humans had grown quietly, steadily, without alerting most of the galaxy. They had prepared for this exact moment, and soon the galaxy would witness their power. Every move the humans made was calculated to ensure their survival and dominance if necessary. On Earth, scientists monitored distant worlds with powerful scanners. They observed alien fleets moving into position, noting every detail. Each report was studied carefully, and the humans adjusted their strategies in response. No alien plan would be a surprise. Captain Dae-hyun believed in preparation, in intelligence, and in courage. The fleet was his responsibility, and he would not let the galaxy underestimate humans. As night fell on Earth, the stars shone brightly. Each human looked up at the sky, unaware that their leaders had already taken steps to defend their planet. The fleet floated silently in space, warships gleaming, ready for the day when humans would have to prove themselves against the entire galaxy. The alien species may have feared them, but humans had no fear. They had trained, prepared, and grown stronger than anyone could imagine. Captain Dae-hyun returned to his bridge and looked at the stars once more. He knew war was coming, and that many species might flee before the first shots were fired. But he also knew that humans would stand firm. Earth's fleet was ready. Humans were ready. Alone or against countless enemies, they would not back down. In the council chambers, debate continued. Species argued over what to do, unsure if they could survive against humans. Fear grew. Plans changed. Some leaders whispered about evacuation, leaving their worlds behind. Others still hoped for diplomacy, but they knew that humans had proven themselves different, unpredictable, and strong. The galaxy sensed a shift. Something was changing, and humanity was at the center of it. The humans continued their quiet preparation. Officers like Mi-sun, Jun Seo, and Soo-yun worked tirelessly, perfecting their skills. Engineers upgraded every system. Scientists observed and learned. And Captain Dae-hyun guided the fleet with steady confidence. The time would come when humans would face the galaxy alone. When that day arrived, every human would know that they had trained for it, and they would fight with courage and intelligence. The stars above Earth glimmered, holding secrets and dangers. The humans of Earth were ready to face whatever came. And as the alien species debated, fled, or prepared, the humans stood silently, their fleet gleaming in the void, a symbol of determination, resilience, and hope for all who would witness it. The galaxy had never seen humans like this before, and soon, it would understand why every species would think twice before standing against them. The humans' fleet moved silently through the dark expanse of space. Captain Dae-hyun stood on the bridge of the main warship, eyes fixed on the holographic map. Red dots marked alien ships detected in the surrounding systems. Every movement was tracked, every possible threat considered. Beside him, Lieutenant Mi-sun reviewed intelligence reports with careful precision. "Captain," she said, pointing at the display, "a small fleet is moving toward the outer planets. They seem to be testing our defenses." Dae-hyun nodded, calm but focused. "Prepare the ships. We will meet them, but only when we choose. Humans do not strike blindly." The fleet's warships adjusted positions, slipping through asteroid fields and dark nebulae to remain hidden. Young pilot Ji-ho maneuvered his fighter with skill, weaving between massive warships without being detected. On the command deck, Hyejin, another officer, coordinated the fleet sensors to catch every movement. They worked as one, each human knowing exactly what to do. Meanwhile, the alien fleet approached cautiously. They had heard rumors about the humans' advanced ships, but they underestimated the Earth fleet's abilities. Their ships were larger, more numerous, but clumsy and predictable. Alien commanders assumed that sheer numbers would be enough to overwhelm humans. They were wrong. Suddenly, a flash of light from the human fleet marked the beginning of a trap. Smaller attack ships emerged from hidden positions, striking precise points on the alien vessels. The humans' fleet moved in perfect coordination. Every shot counted, every maneuver was calculated. Jiho's fighter raced past massive alien cruisers, striking critical systems before pulling back. Other pilots followed the same pattern, creating confusion and chaos among the enemy. Captain Daehyun watched, his face calm but eyes sharp. Maintain formation. Keep them inside the trap. Remember, speed and precision are our strengths. We fight smart. We fight as humans. The alien ships fired back, but their attacks were slow and inaccurate. Human shields absorbed the energy, and counterattacks crippled the alien vessels one by one. Mi-sun monitored the energy levels and suggested which targets to focus on next. The humans worked as a unit, anticipating each move and reacting faster than the aliens could adapt. On one small human ship, young pilot Min-kyu executed a daring maneuver. He dodged a volley of alien lasers and targeted the enemy's engines, disabling their mobility. The alien captain, shocked by the speed and skill, attempted to retreat, but human warships cut off escape routes. The humans demonstrated that tactical intelligence could defeat raw power. Meanwhile, on Earth, news of the battle spread quietly through the command centers. Scientists monitored the fight through long-range scanners. Each report was analyzed. Adjustments were made to ensure the fleet maintained the advantage. Earth's warships were designed to adapt, and the human crews knew their technology better than anyone. They could outthink and outmaneuver fleets much larger than their own. In the midst of the battle, Hygiene coordinated with other officers to strike multiple targets simultaneously. Communication was flawless. Each ship received precise instructions, and each pilot executed orders without hesitation. The aliens had never faced such coordination before. Panic began to spread among their crews. Fear took over, replacing their confidence in numbers and firepower. Captain Daehyun made a decision. Push them back. We are not here to destroy everything, only to defend Earth and show our strength. Strike the key warships and disable them. Do not waste energy on minor targets. The fleet moved with precision, striking at command ships and heavily armed vessels. Alien fleets began to retreat, realizing they were outmatched. Some ships fled to distant systems, hoping to regroup. Others were left drifting, their engines destroyed, powerless against the humans. It became clear that humanity's fleet could hold the galaxy at bay, even when alone. Jiho and Min-kyu returned from their missions, tired but proud. They had seen the difference between fear and skill, and they knew humans could face much larger forces and win. Mi-sun debriefed them, highlighting each success and pointing out lessons learned for future battles. Every human in the fleet understood that preparation, intelligence, and courage were more important than numbers. Far away, the alien council grew more anxious. News of the human victory reached their chambers. Leaders argued among themselves. Some suggested retreat, abandoning their worlds to the humans. Others hoped for negotiation, but the humans had already proven they would not be easily defeated. Every species began to question their own strength and the wisdom of underestimating Earth. Back in the human fleet, Captain Daehyun reviewed the battle logs. They thought they could intimidate us with numbers, he said. But humans have something they cannot match: discipline, intelligence, and courage. We are ready for anything. Hygiene looked at him with admiration. Our fleet is strong, Captain. Even if all others flee or attack, we can protect Earth. Daehyun nodded. Yes, and we will. Humans do not stand down. Even if alone, we stand firm. The battle over, the humans regrouped. Warships repaired minor damage, and pilots rested. They knew that this was only the beginning. The galaxy had seen the human fleet in action and would think twice before challenging them. Every species began to reconsider their stance, and some quietly began to plan evacuations from vulnerable systems. On Earth, engineers prepared for further improvements. Scientists studied alien technology captured during the skirmish. Young cadets trained harder, inspired by the success of their peers in space. Humanity was ready, growing stronger and more united. The humans had proven that courage and intelligence could overcome overwhelming odds. Captain Daehyun addressed his officers. This is a message to the galaxy. Humans are here and we are prepared. We fight not for conquest, but for survival and justice. If all species flee, so be it. If they challenge us, they will see what humans can do. The fleet continued to patrol the borders of human-occupied space, always vigilant, always ready. Pilots like Jiho, Mingkyu, and Suyun trained daily, honing their skills. Officers like Haijin and Misun coordinated strategies, keeping the fleet efficient and prepared. Every human knew that they could face the galaxy alone and survive. That knowledge gave them strength, pride, and determination. The alien species, watching from afar, realized that humans were not like other races. Their bravery, intelligence, and unity made them formidable. Whispers spread about the humans' fleet, about Earth's hidden power, and about the courage of those who served in the ships. Fear and respect grew together, shaping the choices of every alien leader. On the bridge of the command ship, Captain Daehyun looked at the stars. Each point of light held possible enemies, yet he felt no fear. Humans had faced danger before, and now they faced the galaxy. Their fleet was ready, their skills honed, and their courage unshakable. Even if every other species fled, humans would stand. Earth would stand. Alone or against the galaxy, humanity would not falter. In the quiet after the battle, the fleet moved as one. Warships patrolled, scouts reported, and pilots trained. Every officer knew that vigilance was key. The humans had won the first test, but the galaxy was vast and unpredictable. The story of Earth's fleet would be remembered, whispered across star systems, a warning and a promise. Humans would defend themselves, and they would do it alone if necessary, standing firm against the odds and proving their place in the galaxy. The galaxy was in motion. After the first clashes, word of the human strength spread quickly. Alien species debated among themselves, some fleeing to outer systems while others tried to regroup. The Galactic Council was in turmoil. Their members argued over strategy, uncertain how to deal with the humans' fleet. Every species that had faced Earth's ships before had been surprised by their precision and courage. On Earth, Captain Daehyun reviewed reports in the command center. His officers, Misun and Haijin, stood by, ready to discuss tactics. The humans had seen the first engagement as a test, and the results had exceeded expectations. Now it was clear that many species were evacuating their planets, leaving systems vulnerable to the humans' influence and protection. The Council continues to debate, Misun said, pointing to the display of alien movements. Some fleets are retreating to distant sectors. Others are hesitating, unsure of their next move. Daehyun nodded. Then we continue our patrols. The humans will show that we do not only fight, we also defend. Every species must know that Earth's fleet stands ready. The human warships moved silently through the stars. Scout pilots like Suyun and Jiho flew ahead of the fleet, reporting back on fleeing ships and abandoned stations. Every system they scanned showed the same pattern. Species leaving their homeworlds, some in panic, others carefully retreating to preserve their civilizations. Humans did not pursue them aggressively. Instead, they secured areas to prevent chaos and ensure that no one was left in danger unnecessarily. In one system, young officer Mingkyu oversaw the evacuation of a colony that had been threatened by a small alien fleet. The humans arrived just in time, guiding civilians onto safe transports while warning remaining alien ships to avoid further aggression. Mingkyu's team worked efficiently, displaying the discipline and empathy that defined Earth's fleet. They understood that victory was not only about combat, but also about leadership and care. Captain Daehyun held a meeting with his officers. The galaxy is reacting as we expected, he said. Many species will flee, but some will remain to test us. We must be ready for both diplomacy and defense. Our fleet must act as guardians, not conquerors. Intelligence and ethics will guide us. Haijin nodded. Our training and preparation have shown results. The fleet can respond to any threat, and our crews are skilled enough to adapt quickly. Mi-sun added, we should also monitor those who flee. Many will regroup and may return, but Earth will be ready. We must anticipate every move, always stay ahead. Across the galaxy, alien fleets were scattered. Some moved rapidly, fearing humans' approach, while others hesitated, unsure of whether to negotiate or resist. The stories of human courage and strategy had spread, striking both fear and awe into leaders and crews. The Galactic Council attempted to maintain control, but their unity was fractured. Communication breakdowns and panic slowed their decisions. Humans had taken the initiative, and the galaxy was forced to react. On the human flagship, Jiho and Suyun prepared for a patrol in a sector near the evacuated systems. Their mission was to observe, protect, and maintain order. Piloting sleek, agile craft, they could intercept any returning alien ships and warn the main fleet. Communication with Earth's command was constant, and every action was coordinated to prevent surprises. Suyun, Jiho said, adjusting his controls. Look at how they move. Fear is spreading faster than any weapons. They do not know how to face us. Suyun nodded. We must keep the galaxy safe. Even if alone, humans will protect the innocent and maintain order. Back on the command ship, Captain Daehyun reviewed intelligence from all sectors. He noticed patterns in the aliens' behavior: hesitation, retreat, and fear. Many species were no longer willing to fight humans directly. Those who remained in conflict were isolated and vulnerable. This gave the humans a unique position. They could enforce peace or prepare for any final confrontation, if necessary. Hygiene spoke up. The remaining fleets are small and disorganized. If they attack, we can respond quickly. But we should consider diplomacy first. Humans must show that our strength is matched by our fairness. Daehyun agreed. Yes, humans are strong, but we fight for survival and justice, not for conquest. Let the Council and the remaining species see our intentions clearly. Strength tempered with reason earns respect. Meanwhile, some alien leaders were desperate. They sent envoys hoping to negotiate with Earth. They feared total defeat and wanted assurance that their people could survive. Captain Daehyun authorized cautious communications. Mi-sun coordinated responses, ensuring that humans maintained moral authority and strategic advantage. Every word sent was measured, demonstrating intelligence and resolve. In another distant system, Minkyu led a small team to monitor a planet that had been abandoned by its native species. He directed the humans to secure resources and maintain stability, showing that Earth's fleet would act as protectors, even where no humans lived. Every officer understood that discipline and responsibility were as important as combat skills. As days passed, humans continued their patrols and missions. Scouts explored uncharted areas, warships secured evacuated systems, and command officers like Hygiene and Mi-sun analyzed every piece of data. Every crew member understood the importance of vigilance. Even though many species had fled, the humans prepared for the possibility that some would return with reinforcements or new strategies. Captain Daehyun often walked among his crew, observing their work. He saw pride and determination on their faces. The humans had proven themselves against the first challenge, and now they were standing as guardians of order in the galaxy. Even if alone, they had the courage, skill, and intelligence to face any threat. Jiho and Suyun returned from a long patrol, reporting multiple alien ships moving toward distant sectors. The humans monitored them closely, but did not engage unnecessarily. Their presence alone was enough to deter many aggressive moves. The alien species realized that humans were not only strong but also patient and disciplined. They respected strategy over rash action, intelligence over brute force. In the council chambers, panic grew. Many leaders realized that the humans' fleet could not be defeated easily. Fearful whispers spread across systems about the strength and morality of humans. They had fought, survived, and stood alone, yet they remained honorable. This combination of courage, intelligence, and fairness made humans formidable. Even those who fled could not escape the growing respect and fear. On the human flagship, Captain Daehyun addressed his officers. The galaxy is in flux. Many species flee, but some will test us. We must be ready to respond with both strength and wisdom. The humans' fleet is prepared for anything, and every crew member understands their role. We will stand firm, alone if needed, and defend our people and those who cannot defend themselves. Hygiene nodded. Our success depends not only on our ships but also on our discipline, courage, and intelligence. Humans have proven that we can face overwhelming odds and prevail. Mi-sun added, we must continue training, observing, and preparing. The galaxy may be vast, but humans have the skills, technology, and determination to hold it against any threat. As night fell across Earth, the stars shone brightly above. Humans on the fleet and on the planet reflected on their journey. The first battle had been won, many species had fled, and the remaining ones were cautious. Humanity had shown that even alone, they could stand against the galaxy. Their fleet was ready, their crews disciplined, and their minds sharp. They had proven that courage and intelligence, combined with unity, could face any challenge. Captain Daehyun looked out at the stars, thinking of the future. He knew that humans would continue to patrol, defend, and observe. They were ready for whatever came next. Even if every other species fled, humans would stand firm. Earth's fleet would not falter. They were alone, yes, but never afraid. The galaxy had seen their power, and now it had begun to understand the strength, courage, and honor of humanity. The galaxy was restless. Alien fleets were scattered, some hiding, some moving cautiously, and a few preparing to test humans again. Captain Daehyun stood on the bridge of the main warship, watching the holographic map of the surrounding systems. Every red dot represented a possible threat, and every dot demanded attention. Humans had proven their strength, but they knew the next challenge could be even greater. Lieutenant Mi-sun approached with a report. Captain, a regrouped fleet from the outer sectors is moving toward us. They are heavily armed but smaller than the fleets we faced before. Daehyun nodded, calm and determined. Prepare the ships. Every crew must be at their stations. We will meet them with precision and intelligence. Humans fight smart, not recklessly. The fleet moved in formation, warships adjusting positions, scanners sweeping for enemy movements. Young pilots like Ji-ho and Min-kyu navigated through asteroid fields, preparing for engagement. Soo-yeon monitored communications, ready to relay orders and detect any sudden threats. The humans had learned that discipline and coordination were more powerful than raw numbers. As the alien fleet approached, they underestimated the humans once again. Their ships were larger, their weapons stronger, but they lacked strategy and flexibility. The humans' fleet remained unseen, hidden behind asteroid belts and nebulae, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Captain Daehyun gave the order. Engage at will. Precision and coordination are our strength. Focus on command ships first. Disable them, then neutralize the rest. The human ships moved with speed and accuracy. Small attack craft darted around the larger vessels, striking critical systems before retreating. Ji-ho executed daring maneuvers, dodging enemy fire and hitting weak points with exact timing. Min-kyu followed, taking out energy cores and disabling engines. The alien fleet was caught off guard, their movements chaotic and uncoordinated. On the bridge, Hygiene coordinated the fleet's attacks. Target the lead ships, cut off their escape routes, keep them inside our trap. Alien weapons fired, but the human shields absorbed the impact. Each counterattack crippled key systems, leaving the enemy disorganized. The human strategy worked flawlessly, combining courage, intelligence, and precise execution. Every officer and crew member knew their role, and the aliens could not adapt fast enough. Captain Daehyun watched the battle unfold, calm and focused. Remember, we fight to protect, not destroy unnecessarily. Take out key threats, but do not waste resources on small, non-threatening ships. The humans' fleet struck like a well-oiled machine. Soo-yeon's scouts relayed positions, Ji-ho and Min-kyu executed attacks, and hygiene coordinated the overall strategy. Alien ships were disabled or forced to retreat. The humans showed that intelligence and coordination could defeat even a well-armed fleet. In the aftermath, the humans regrouped. Ships repaired minor damage, crews rested, and officers debriefed. Captain Daehyun held a meeting with Mi-sun and Hygiene. The galaxy is learning. Many species will continue to flee or hesitate before attacking humans. But we must remain vigilant. Others will test us again. We must be ready. Hygiene nodded. Our fleet's strength lies in our unity, discipline, and intelligence. We are prepared for anything. Mi-sun added, even if we face multiple fleets at once, humans can adapt and prevail. We have shown that we can stand alone against overwhelming odds. Far away, alien leaders debated their next steps. Panic and fear spread, some suggesting retreat, others hoping for negotiation. But the humans had proven themselves formidable, fair, and intelligent. The remaining species were cautious, aware that any misstep could lead to defeat. Stories of humans' courage and strategy spread across star systems, instilling both fear and respect. Captain Daehyun walked along the corridors of the flagship, observing his crew. Pilots practiced maneuvers, engineers worked on repairs, and officers analyzed intelligence. Every human knew that they had faced challenges and survived. They had shown that courage, intelligence, and discipline could overcome superior numbers. The humans' resolve strengthened with each victory. Scout pilots continued to monitor alien movements. Soo-yeon and Ji-ho reported on distant fleets, ensuring that no enemy could surprise the humans. Min-kyu led teams to secure abandoned systems, maintaining order and protecting vulnerable populations. The humans' actions were calculated, showing the galaxy that Earth's fleet could enforce stability even in empty systems. Captain Daehyun addressed the officers on the bridge. The humans' fleet represents more than power. It represents strategy, discipline, and the will to protect our home. Even if we are alone, we can defend Earth and the galaxy from chaos. Intelligence, courage, and unity are our weapons, and they will never fail us. As the fleet moved through space, the humans continued to patrol, train, and prepare. Every officer understood the importance of readiness. Every pilot knew the significance of precision. Every crew member embraced their role in protecting humanity. Even with the galaxy scattered and many species fleeing, the humans remained vigilant, a symbol of strength and order. Across the galaxy, whispers spread of Earth's fleet and the courage of its crew. Alien species respected humans not only for their strength but for their discipline and morality. They had seen that humans could stand against any threat and protect the innocent. Fear and respect combined, shaping future strategies and choices. On the bridge, Captain Daehyun looked out at the stars. Each point of light represented potential danger, but also opportunity. Humans had proven themselves in battle and in leadership. They had shown that they could stand firm, alone if necessary, and defend the galaxy with intelligence, courage, and honor. The human fleet moved silently, ever vigilant, ready for whatever challenge lay ahead. Ji-ho, Soo-yeon, and Min-kyu trained for the next encounter, their skills sharper than ever. Hygiene and Mi-sun coordinated strategies, ensuring the fleet remained efficient and ready. Every human understood their purpose and embraced it fully. They were guardians, prepared to face the galaxy alone if required. As night fell over Earth, the stars continued to shine. The humans of Earth had shown their power, courage, and wisdom. Even if all other species fled or tried to challenge them, humans would stand firm. Earth's fleet would defend humanity and maintain order. The galaxy had learned that humans were strong, intelligent, and fearless. Alone or against overwhelming odds, they would never falter, and the story of their courage would echo across the stars. The galaxy had changed. Many species had fled, leaving vast systems empty, while others hesitated, unsure of how to respond to humans' growing strength. Captain Daehyun stood on the bridge of the flagship, looking at the holographic maps of the galaxy. Every system showed signs of activity or retreat. Humans had proven themselves capable, but the final challenge was still ahead. Lieutenant Mi-sun approached. Captain, some fleets are attempting to regroup. They may test us again, but their numbers are smaller and their coordination is weak. Dae-hyun nodded. Prepare the fleet. We will meet them decisively, but with caution. Humans fight to protect and survive, not to destroy without reason. The fleet moved through the stars, each ship in perfect formation. Pilots like Ji-ho and Min-kyu patrolled sectors, observing alien movements. Soo-yeon scouts reported detailed information, while Hygiene coordinated strategies for the flagship. Every crew member understood their role. Humans had grown stronger with each encounter, learning from every battle, every observation, and every challenge. As the remaining alien fleets approached, they underestimated humans one last time. Their weapons were powerful, but they lacked the discipline and intelligence of the Earth fleet. The humans were ready for every tactic, every move anticipated, and every potential weakness countered. Captain Dae-hyun gave the order. Engage carefully. Target command ships first, then neutralize the rest. Precision, coordination, and speed will be our advantage. Remember, humans fight with intelligence and courage. The fleet executed perfectly. Small, agile attack ships moved like shadows among massive alien vessels, striking critical points before retreating. Ji-ho navigated expertly, disabling enemy engines and shields, while Min-kyu coordinated with other pilots to cover escape routes. Soo-yeon relayed information in real time, ensuring no alien ship moved undetected. Hygiene directed the overall strategy, adapting quickly to every change in the battlefield. Alien crews were thrown into confusion. Their large fleets were powerful but slow and inflexible. Humans moved faster, hit harder, and outsmarted them at every turn. Shields were breached, engines disabled, and command centers disrupted. Panic spread among the alien ranks. Even experienced officers could not respond effectively to the humans' tactics. Captain Dae-hyun watched calmly. Maintain discipline. Take only necessary actions to disable key threats. Protect innocent life and preserve order wherever possible. The humans' precision and courage proved overwhelming. The alien fleets broke apart, some fleeing to distant systems, others surrendering. Humans did not pursue indiscriminately. Instead, they secured control, ensuring stability across the sectors. Each move was calculated to protect civilians and maintain moral authority. On Earth, scientists and engineers monitored the final battle. Data flowed in from scanners and scouts. Every maneuver was analyzed to improve the fleet further. Young officers studied tactics, learning from the success of their peers. Humanity had proven that preparation, intelligence, and courage could overcome any challenge, even when standing alone against the galaxy. Captain Dae-hyun addressed his officers on the bridge. The galaxy has witnessed humanity's resolve. Even when alone, humans will stand, fight, and protect. Our fleet has demonstrated intelligence, strategy, and morality. Other species will remember this. They may flee, they may attempt negotiation, but they will not underestimate us again. Hygiene and Mi-sun nodded in agreement. Our success comes from discipline, unity, and courage. The humans' fleet is a force the galaxy cannot ignore. Ji-ho, Min-kyu, and Soo-yeon returned from their patrols. They reported on distant fleets now broken or scattered, showing that humans had secured control. The officers coordinated repairs and training, keeping the fleet ready for any new challenge. Even after victory, every crew member understood the importance of preparation and vigilance. Across the galaxy, alien species debated their next moves. Fear and respect for humans grew. They had witnessed a force disciplined, intelligent, and fair. Many species began to seek peaceful relations, understanding that Earth's fleet was not only powerful but ethical. The humans had proven that courage and intelligence, guided by discipline and morality, could hold the galaxy alone. Captain Dae-hyun looked out at the stars. Every point of light represented potential danger or opportunity. Humans had faced the galaxy and survived, standing alone if necessary. They had shown that preparation, strategy, and moral responsibility could overcome numbers and firepower. The human fleet had not only won battles but had set a standard of courage and honor that would echo across the galaxy. The remaining alien species began sending envoys, seeking to negotiate peace. Humans welcomed them cautiously, maintaining vigilance but showing fairness. Mi-sun coordinated the communication, ensuring that humans maintained their moral authority while safeguarding Earth's interests. Hygiene analyzed each interaction, keeping the fleet strategically prepared. Mingqiu led patrols of newly secured systems, ensuring order and protecting any remaining civilizations. Jiho and Suyun continued reconnaissance missions, monitoring for any remaining threats. Every human officer understood that strength alone was not enough. Intelligence, ethics, and vigilance were equally vital. Humans had stood alone, but they had done so with honor and responsibility. On the flagship, Captain Daehyun addressed his crew. "We have faced the galaxy and proven that humans can stand alone. We have shown courage, intelligence, and morality. Earth's fleet will continue to protect, observe, and ensure peace. Even if the galaxy challenges us again, we will be ready. Our unity, discipline, and courage are our strength. Humanity will always stand firm." The fleet continued its patrols, ever vigilant, guarding the galaxy and Earth alike. Humans trained tirelessly, learned from every encounter, and prepared for the unknown. They had faced overwhelming odds, stood alone, and emerged victorious. The story of their courage, intelligence, and moral strength would be remembered across the stars. As night fell on Earth, the stars shone brightly above. Humanity had proven that they could face the galaxy alone and not falter. Their fleet stood ready, a symbol of discipline, courage, and honor. Alien species learned to respect humans, understanding that their strength was matched by their intelligence and ethics. Alone or against countless enemies, humans would stand firm, protect the innocent, and shape the future of the galaxy with courage and honor. The story of humanity's fleet, its bravery, and its wisdom would echo through the stars for generations to come.